Hello everyone, very good afternoon. Welcome to Testbook Super Coaching for Regulatory Bodies. SIDBI स्मॉल इंडस्ट्रियल डेवलपमेंट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया का नोटिफिकेशन ऑलरेडी आ गया है. ग्रेड ए ग्रेड बी की कुछ वैकेंसीज अनाउंस की गई है. सो उसी के अराउंड एक छोटा सा सेशन, स्मॉल सेशन फॉर यू गाइज फोकसिंग ऑन जनरल अवेयरनेस. When it comes to SIDBI Grade A exam, general awareness is of only 20 marks, not more than that. Obviously, MSME and other things will carry more weightage, but those 20 marks will be really very important for your preparation point of view. So this is a very small session in which we are going to discuss few MCQs which will be helpful for your preparation point of view. What kind of current affairs or what kind of general awareness they ask in the exam, so that idea you are going to get through this session. So I will discuss few MCQs with you. In these MCQs or in this particular lecture, we will see some MCQs from the banking or the finance static, some MCQs from the current affairs oriented part also. So mixture will be there of a few MCQs in this particular session. Again, before going to start this session, if you are yet to subscribe our channel को अगर सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया गया, एक बार जल्दी से चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दीजिएगा. और अगर सेशन आपको फ्रूटफुल लगा तो उसे लाइक और शेयर जरूर कर दीजिएगा. This is the Telegram group from where you are going to get the PDF of these MCQs. So what are the MCQs we are going to discuss in this session? If you want the PDF of that, you can follow this Telegram group to get that particular PDF. So I will start the first MCQ on your screen. Now this MCQ is from the basically a banking economics finance oriented concept. So kind of a static question in front of you. Credit risk arises due to a borrower's failure to repay loans. Operational risk involves losses due to fraud, system failure and other disruptions. Market risk is associated with the fluctuations in the interest rates and the currency value. So which of the above statements are correct? कौन से statements यहाँ पे correct है? This is a question in front of you. So what do you think? What can be the correct answer of this particular question? Credit risk, operational risk, market risk. These three concepts we use in Basel norms. So what do you think? Credit risk, operational risk and market risk. Yes, answer of this question will be all. All the statements are absolutely correct over here. When we talked about the credit risk, obviously borrower's failure to repay the loan will be called as a credit risk. Operational risk about the internal problems of the bank or internal issues of the bank or the system failure of the bank. Whereas comes to the market risk, obviously there is a the fluctuation in the market, fluctuation with the interest rates or the currency value, it leads to the market risk. So yes, answer of this question is C. Very good. Next question. The committee, this particular question is related to the committee called as a Narasimha committee. The question is related to the Narasimha committee. Okay, so in that way, this question is there for you. Okay, so give me the answer of this question. Just one sec. Yes, guys. Narasimha committee recommended reduction of CRR, SLR for the banks. It proposed establishment of the ARCs. It advocated the introduction of the Basel norms in India. So Narasimha committee was created two times after LPG, after liberalization, privatization, globalization. So 1992, 1997, we saw the work of Narasimha committee. So Narasimha committee gave all these things. Like Narasimha committee talked about reduction of the CRR and SLR. It proposed the creation of ARC, Asset Reconstruction Company, SARFAESI Act, and they also talked about the Basel norms India should follow, because India started following Basel norms in 1999, but Basel norms were actually prescribed in 1988 by BCBS, but India started following those in 1999. So yes, again the answer of this question is all of the above. I'll move forward to the next question. Next question is related to the UPI. By the way, when it comes to SIDBI exam, general awareness questions are really very simple. Really very simple. Most of the questions are current affairs based questions. But in this session, I have mixed the things like current affairs as well as the static part. So mixture is in front of you. But when it comes to SIDBI exams, they ask majority of questions from the current affairs parts, and they are really very easy, not that difficult. Yes, guys. UPI allows instant money transfer using virtual payment address. The transactions via UPI are processed on a real-time basis. UPI supports both person-to-person and person-to-merchant payments. So answer of this question is all the statements are absolutely correct once again. So UPI, we all are using UPI. for in some cases, for example, if you are paying the funds for health, for education, for the stock exchanges, that is share market, for interest payments as well as for the insurance premium, up to 5 lakh limit is there. So limit up to 5 lakh for few transactions which I already named. So this is about the UPI. In 2016 we started this concept. Now we'll talk a few questions from the current affairs part also. Which fintech company has launched India's first UPI powered bank branch in Bengaluru? This kind of questions are very common when it comes to SIDBI exam. Obviously, they mentioned that general awareness, current affairs, mostly focusing on the finance, economics, social issue will be their major target, and they do ask questions like that. So, which fintech company recently launched India's first UPI powered bank branch ATM? Answer of this question is Slice. Slice is the name of the fintech company. Slice recently took over one small finance bank. So can you tell me the name of the small finance bank? Because Slice and one small finance banks, they have merged recently. So with that authority, this Slice, which is a fintech company also working as a small finance bank, they now introduce this first UPI powered bank branch. Yes, Northeast Small Finance Bank, absolute right. So Northeast Small Finance Bank headquarters is in Guwahati. So this particular small finance bank is now is under the administration of Slice, which is a Bengaluru based fintech company. Absolutely right. आगे बढ़ते हैं, next question आपके सामने. Who has recently been appointed as a new Chief Executive Officer, CEO of Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, the fintech subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, with aim of bringing fresh entrepreneurial energy and advance product innovation? Recently, it's a current affairs based question, but obviously RBI Innovation Hub headquartered in Bengaluru, and RBI Innovation Hub is responsible for the new technological innovation, especially banking and the finance related concept. So who become the new CEO? So now the new CEO of this institution is Sahil Kini. Sahil Kini is appointed as a new CEO of the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. Again, headquarter of this institution is in Bengaluru. Chris Gopal Krishnan sir is a chairperson of Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. So RBI Innovation Hub is chaired by Chris Gopal Krishnan. Chris Gopal Krishnan is a co-founder of Infosys. Rajesh Bansal sir recently retired from this position. So Sahil Kini sir is being appointed as a new CEO of this institution. Yes, guys, next question on your screen. According to the latest data released by the National Stock Exchange, which state has recently become the third in India to surpass the milestone of 1 crore registered stock market investors, reflecting the state's growing participation in the equity market? The highest number of enrollment in the stock exchange is from Maharashtra. So which become the third state to have the highest registered stock market investors in the National Stock Exchange? Yes, answer of this question is Gujarat. Gujarat, the highest number of registrations of investors from Maharashtra. Second is Uttar Pradesh, UP, and third is now Gujarat. So they crossed the number of 1 crore investors. So keep this in mind. Okay. So Gujarat become the third state, crosses the 1 crore stock market. Okay. So like I have mentioned, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, together these three states now account 36% of investors in the National Stock Exchange. That is a big number, no doubt about that. That's all for the exam point of view. I will move forward to the next question. Keswan Ramachandran has been appointed as the Executive Director of the RBI from July 1st, 2025. Which department will Keswan Ramachandran head as Executive Director? Yeah. So recently there are some reshuffling in Reserve Bank of India. So question is related to that. Can you give the answer of this question? Keswan Ramachandran appointed as the Executive Director of RBI from the 1st of July. Now he is going to have the responsibility of Department of Regulation, Prudential Regulation Division. This division he is going to handle. So C is the answer of this question. Okay, I'll move forward to the next part. Until which date the tenure of FSIB chairperson and members been extended by the center according to the recent decision approved by the appointment committee of the cabinet? Yes, guys, give me the answer of this question. FSIB, Financial Services Institutions Bureau. Financial Services Institutions Bureau is having responsibility to recommend the names of MD, CEO, or the names of chairperson, names of the executive director of government financial institution. Either it's a public sector bank, public sector insurance companies, NBFCs, or any government financial institution. If government wants to appoint some new MD, CEO, chairperson, FSIB is the authority who will recommend the names. वो नाम recommend करेंगे. तो इसी FSIB का tenure increase किया गया, and now the tenure will be up to June 30, 2026. So basically 1 year से extension दिया गया है FSIB के सारे members को. FSIB was earlier called as a Bank Board Bureau. In 2022, we renamed the Bank Board Bureau as a Financial Service Institution Bureau, and their job is to recommend the names of directors, MD, CEOs, or chairperson for the government financial institution. The final appointment, whatever the recommendations they will give, the final appointment will be always done by the appointment committee of cabinet. Appointment committee of cabinet is headed by Prime Minister of India. That is another major factor. Again, Bhanu Pratap Sharma sir is right now the chairperson of FSIB, Financial Services Institution Bureau. That is another major factor. Look, when it comes to phase 2 exam is moreover depending on the MSME's data, MSME's related concepts. Okay, that part should be very stronger. Paper is not is that easy. Basically, it's kind of a moderate level paper. Yes, the first timer can easily clear the exam if they are reading it properly, if they are studying it properly, especially the notifications related to MSMEs, the rules and regulations related to MSMEs, the data related to MSMEs. If you are having proper understanding, proper knowledge of that, phase 2 is not that difficult to clear. It's kind of a moderate level paper they are asking in the exam. Okay, I will go to the next question. Which cooperative bank has officially approached Reserve Bank of India seeking permission to acquire New India Cooperative Bank aiming to take over its assets and liabilities? न्यू इंडिया कोऑपरेटिव बैंक इज फ्रॉम मुंबई. यहां पे रिसेंटली फ्रॉड का केस हुआ. इस बैंक के ऊपर रेगुलेशंस लगाए गए, इस बैंक के ऊपर पेनाल्टीज लगाए गए, इस बैंक के ऊपर रेस्ट्रिक्शंस लगाए गए. नाउ विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कोऑपरेटिव बैंक इज आस्किंग आरबीआई टू परचेस और टू एक्वायर दिस न्यू इंडिया कोऑपरेटिव बैंक? The name of the bank is Saraswat Cooperative Bank. Saraswat Cooperative Bank is also from Maharashtra. New India Cooperative Bank was also from Mumbai, and New India Cooperative Bank recently saw huge fraud, huge corruption. So they are thinking about acquiring this. So yes, very easy to understand. I will move forward to the next. What is the name of the new scheme launched by the Bihar government to provide financial assistance to youth aged between 18 to 28 for internship after clearing class 12, aimed at addressing unemployment and enhancing industry readiness? Such kind of things are sometimes become very important. हम कभी कभी सोचते हैं कि स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की हम स्कीम क्यों ही पढ़ रहे हैं, इसके ऊपर कौन ही सवाल पूछेगा, बट दे डू आस्क क्वेश्चन. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, बिहार इलेक्शंस आर राउंड द कॉर्नर, सो it is very much in news. Another thing is that this is a financial assistance based scheme, especially for the youth, focusing on the industry readiness, focusing on the problem, solving the problem of unemployment. So of course such kind of current affairs related questions will be asked in the exam. So answer of this question is Mukhyamantri Pratigya Yojana is the name of the scheme recently launched by the Bihar government. Look, if in current affairs any state oriented scheme which is related to the financial assistance, related to the social development, automatically question can be asked in the exam. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so answer is Mukhyamantri Pratigya Yojana. आगे बढ़ते हैं. In which two Indian cities did SBI recently inaugurates its global trade finance centers as a part of its initiative to strengthen trade finance services and support faster processing of import and export transactions? So SBI, State Bank of India, India's largest commercial bank, scheduled commercial bank, they decided to open a separate branches. These branches are going to work only focusing on global trade finance. That will be their major focus. So to promote this import-export transaction to promote services related to import-export transactions. The separate branches SBI decided to create, and these branches will be, or these branches are in Kolkata and Hyderabad. So answer of this question is D, where these branches are going to work. These branches are especially going to help the MSMEs. Those MSMEs who are focusing on import and export transactions or import and export services, those MSMEs will be focused by the State Bank of India. So that's why question can be asked in our exam also. So keep that in mind. I'll move forward to the next question. What is the interest rates on the senior citizen savings schemes for July to September 2025? Every quarter, after every 3 months, Finance Ministry takes the decision regarding changing the interest rates, especially on the these small saving schemes. Sometimes they do change the interest rate, sometimes they don't. Now the repo rate in Indian market is right now very low. Okay, the repo rate is very low, so of course interest rates are going down everywhere, but Finance Ministry decided not to cut the interest rates on the small savings scheme. So senior citizen savings scheme will attract 8.2% rate of interest for the next quarter. So the small savings schemes, which are always in news, and Government of India this time decided they are not going to reduce the rate of interest, even though the repo rate is very low in the Indian market. So post office saving 4%, post office monthly income 7.4%, for 1 year post office deposit 6.9, 2 years 7.1, 7.5. Then Sukanya Samruddhi 8.2, Senior Citizen 8.2, National Saving Certificate 7.7, Kisan Vikas Patra 7.5 and PPF 7.1. Yes, they do ask question because these numbers can be changed quarterly by the Finance Ministry, but this time they decided not to change. So will be the major factor. We'll go to the one cabinet decision and the cabinet announcement. So recently, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs headed by Prime Minister of India announced a new policy called as a National Sports Policy 2025, and this policy is going to replace the old policy. So when was the old policy created? That was the question in front of you. National Sports Policy. We are focusing on the Olympics, the 2036 Olympics, and for that purpose we need to create a very good sports policy. So Government of India created sports policy because earlier policy was in 2001. After 2001 we have the new policy, and which is very, very important, and cabinet recently announced this. So of course question can be asked in the exam, so keep that in mind. I'll move forward to the next question. What is the total financial outlay approved by Union Cabinet for the research, development and innovation scheme, which aims to boost private sector participation in India's research and innovation ecosystem? Khelo India is the Yojana, my dear friend. Khelo India is the scheme. National Sports Policy is the policy. Under that policy, we are going to develop the whole the sports scenario of our country. It includes the colleges, it includes various government schemes like Khelo India, everything. Okay, so that is a major factor. Khel Niti. Okay, Khel Niti is a name given by a few people. It's a name given by the few people. Okay, but we have the proper name called as a National Sports Policy. Niti is basically a planning, and policy is basically a proper roadmap for coming few years. Okay, so we can say through Niti we created the policy. Okay, if I want to divide, but some people are calling policy Niti one and the same, but it is not actually one and the same. The both concepts are little bit different. Okay, the Niti is about the planning and the policy is actually the roadmap which they have given. Now, research, development, innovation. So, Government of India decided to provide 1 lakh crore for the research, development, innovation. This is a very, very important scheme of Government of India. Very, very crucial scheme of Government of India. तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा ध्यान रखिएगा. Okay, अब यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन पूछने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा है. Now, research development. We need to literally put or push this research angle of our country. So boost private sector research and innovation. Government of India come up with this outlay of 1 lakh crore to boost India's research innovation ecosystem, and this ecosystem will be handled by Anusandhan National Research Foundation. This Anusandhan National Research Foundation is chaired by Prime Minister of India. So in 2023 we created Anusandhan National Research Foundation, and now we decided to create a fund so that we can promote private sector, we can promote various institutions so that they can focusing on the research and development, and that is another factor. Now I will come back to another static questions, some static question we will discuss now. Okay, a concept based questions, we will discuss few concept based question and then we will stop. Yes guys, digital rupee is a central bank digital currency issued by RBI. It can be used as both a medium of exchange and a store of value. A digital rupee operates on blockchain technology. Which statements are correct? CBDC, central bank digital currency, this concept is very famous. Okay. Answer of this question is again all. Digital rupee is central bank digital currency issued by RBI. Okay. Right now the pilot project is going on. It can be used both medium of exchange and store of value. Okay, yes, absolutely. And digital rupee operates on the blockchain technology. That is a major factor. So RBI is working on the pilot basis project. Let's see it will work properly. Now the next question is related to Exim. Exim Bank facilitates India's international trade. It provides financial assistance to exporters and importers. Exim Bank offers guarantees to Indian companies for overseas investment. So what do you think? What can be the answer of this question? Exim Bank, Export Import Bank of India, headquartered in Mumbai. Harsha Bangari ma'am is right now the head. Exim Bank is one of the AIFI, just like SIDBI. Answer of this question is again all. Exim Bank facilitates India's international trade. No doubt about that. It provides financial assistance to exporters as well as importers and offers guarantee to Indian companies for overseas investments. So it is one of the AIFI, just like SIDBI, working for the trade sector of our country. Next question. A letter of credit guarantees payment from the buyer's bank to the seller. It reduces the risk involved in the international trade. The letters of credit are issued by the buyers directly. Letter of credit, this concept is like a bank guarantee concept. The very famous fraud of our country, that is by the Nirav Modi fraud, was depending on this letter of credit only. So the three statements are there regarding letter of credit. The letter of credit guarantees payment from the buyer's banks to the seller. This is absolutely right. The buyer's bank. It is not given by the buyer. It is given by the bank. The buyer's bank will give the guarantee of payment. Okay. So first thing is right. If first thing is right, the third statement is wrong. Third statement is automatically wrong. And second statement is absolutely right. So answer of this question is 1 and 2. A is the answer. Very good guys. Absolutely right. आगे बढ़ते. Banking services attract GST rate of 18%. The loan EMIs are subject to GST. GST is applicable on service charges levied by banks. So what do you think? What can be the answer of this question? Banking services attract GST of 18%. Loan EMIs are subject to GST. GST is applicable on service charges levied by the banks. Answer of this question is 1 and 3. EMIs के ऊपर GST नहीं लगता है. EMIs are not subject to GST. Yes, on banking services, we impose 18% GST, but normal services. When it comes to EMI, we don't have the GST concept on EMI. Okay, otherwise, it will be a very costly affair. People will not take the loan. So GST is applicable on service charges levied on the banks. That is absolutely right. So answer is 1 and 3. आगे बढ़ते. NABARD focuses on development of the rural areas. It improves refinancing support to cooperative banks and the RRBs. NABARD directly extend loans to farmers. Another question related to AIFI, All India Financial Institutions. So what do you think? What can be the answer of this question? NABARD, SIDBI, Exim, NHB, NABFID. These are the 5 AIFIs we have. Yes, answer of this question is 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is the answer of this question. NABARD directly farmer को loan नहीं देती है. NABARD, usually AIFIs are not directly providing loan to the on the retail level. So they are not providing loan directly to the farmer. बाकी दो pointers बिल्कुल सही है. NABARD is a supervisory body, especially for the agriculture and the rural development. Next question. Bank deploys firewalls to protect their IT system from the cyber attacks. Phishing attack targets users to steal sensitive information. Cybersecurity measures increase the cost of digital banking services. What do you think? What can be the answer of this question? Yes, guys. Very easy. Is a current oriented question. Answer of this question is 1 and 2. A is the answer of this question. Cybersecurity measures increase the cost of digital banking services? No. Okay, absolutely not. If you are having very good cybersecurity measures, the cost of digital banking service will get low. Prevention is better than cure. Normally we use the word prevention is better than cure. If you are a very good cybersecurity, so prevention will be there. So system will run very smoothly. Otherwise, it will become a very costly affair for digital banking services to handle each and every problem individually or independently. And that's why answer of this question is 1 and 2. A is the answer. CBS integrates all branches of banks under single IT system. CBS is core banking solution. It facilitates anytime, anywhere banking of customers. CBS is used only for large banks. So what do you think? What can be the answer of this question? CBS की बात हो रही है. Core banking solutions is the concept we have. Answer is again A. Okay. It is useful for all the banks, not only large banks. Even NBFCs are using CBS these days. Even RRBs are allowed to use the CBS these days. So this is a wrong statement. The two statements are absolutely correct. Next, SARFAESI Act. In 2002, we created this act. So SARFAESI Act allows banks to recover loans by auctioning mortgage assets. It is applicable only to loans classified as NPAs. The act is not applicable to cooperative banks. So SARFAESI Act we have, under which in 2002 banks got the authority to recover their loans. ARC, Asset Reconstruction Company concept is also created through the SARFAESI Act. So what do you think? What can be the answer of this question? Answer is 1 and 2. Okay, it is not applicable to, this is a wrong statement. This is a wrong statement. Okay, it is applicable to the cooperative banks also. So 1 and 2 is absolutely correct. SARFAESI Act is for the recovery of NPA. So answer is again 1 over here. Bill of exchange is a negotiable instrument used in the trade finance. Factoring is a service where a financial institution buys accounts receivable. Forfeiting is the short-term trade finance method. Finance wala question hai, or there are so many MSMEs are using basically this factoring, forfeiting, bill of exchange concept. So what do you think? What can be the answer of this question? Yes, answer of this question is 1 and 2. Forfeiting is basically, look, factoring is useful inside the country. Suppose the one company from India, another company from India, if they are using bill of exchange for transferring the money, that service is called as a factoring. If suppose one company is in India, another company is in USA, and if they are using this bill of exchange for transferring the money, that is called as a forfeiting. So forfeiting हम लोग कहते हैं. So forfeiting is the international level concept. Its national version is called factoring and its international version is called as a forfeiting. That is a scenario, that is a concept. बाकी bill of exchange तो use होता ही है. So answer is 1 and 2 in this criteria. Okay. Next question on your screen. The co-lending model allows banks and NBFCs to jointly provide loans. Under this model, NBFCs bear the entire credit risk. Co-lending promotes financial inclusion. Co-lending means two parties are coming together to lend some sector, to lend some. In India, to lend a proper finance to MSMEs, we have this co-lending model. Recently, Government of India, RBI, even SBI, there was one committee created regarding co-lending. The committee was created by the Government of India, and that committee consisted of some executives from the SBI. Again, the major purpose of co-lending so that there should be a proper finance available for MSMEs. Answer of this question is 1 and 3. Under co-lending, banks and NBFCs are coming together to lend, especially to MSME sector. That's why risk will be divided between the banks as well as NBFC. So complete risk will not be on the on NBFCs. So ये risk थोड़ी divide हो जाएगी हमारी. Of course, financial inclusion, especially MSME angle. So answer of this question is 1 and 3. यहाँ पे आपका आंसर बनेगा. आगे बढ़ते. Digital wallets are used for strong digital currency issued by RBI. They support person to person and person to merchant transactions. Digital wallets required users to link bank account. Digital wallets, PPP. Okay, prepaid payment instruments. PPI, sorry, prepaid payment instruments की हम लोग बात करते हैं. PPI is the concept we have. सो उससे रिलेटेड एक क्वेश्चन आपके सामने है। Answer of this question is 2 and 3. Digital wallets are used for storing digital currency issued by RBI. That is not the concern. That is not the concern. So 2 and 3 is absolute right. So digital wallets basically we created so that there should be a proper transaction. So very good, Shruti. Absolutely right answer. Yes, guys. The foreign exchange market determines the value of a currency. Forex market operates only during banking hours. Spot and forward contracts are two types of the forex transactions. Forex market or foreign exchange market, okay, is a very famous concept. Many people are investing into this market. So the question is a very basic awareness based question. Answer is 1 and 3. Yes, not only during banking hours, okay, it worked around the clock. So this is a wrong statement we have. First and 3 is absolutely correct. Very good. Okay, very good, guys. Credit rating evaluates the credit worthiness of the borrower. CRISIL, ICRA are the credit rating agencies of India. Higher credit rating imply higher credit risk. What do you think? Again, a very easy, very basic question. Answer of this question is 1 and 2. Okay. If credit rating is higher, means risk is lower. If rating is higher, risk will be always lower. Simple sa logic hai. So answer is 1 and 2 over here. Okay. Yes, guys. Next question. Fintech involves the use of technology to deliver financial services. Robo advisors are used to automated investment planning. Fintech firms are regulated in the same way as banks. फिनटेक फाइनेंशियल टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड कंपनीज की हम बात करते हैं, उसी से रिलेटेड एक क्वेश्चन आजकल फिनटेक इज वेरी मच इन न्यूज, सो बट ऑब्वियस क्वेश्चंस विल बी आस्क्ड. Answer is of course 1 and 2. Fintech firms are not regulated the same way as banks. Okay, banks are having different type of regulations. Obviously, fintechs are also regulated by RBI, but regulatory concerns and the depthness will be literally different. Okay, yes, guys. PSLCs enable banks to meet PSL target. PSLCs, priority sector lending certificates, is called PSLCs. Okay. Only public sector banks can issue PSLCs. PSLCs are traded on RBI managed platform. Priority sector lending certificate is the concept we have. Answer of this question is 1 and 3. Okay. All the banks are allowed to deal with the PSLC. सिर्फ पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक की PSLC इशू करेगी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. All the banks, we have the 40% target of priority sector lending for the commercial banks. 75% target is for the RRBs as well as the small finance banks, and which we are changing now. हम उसको changes कर रहे हैं कि especially small finance bank के target को लेके. This is the last question. Basel norms are international standards for risk management in banking. Basel 3 focus on the capital adequacy and the liquidity coverage ratio. These norms are mandatory for all NBFCs in India. The question is regarding Basel norms and the NBFCs. The last question of the day. Answer is 1 and 2. The norms are mandatory for all NBFCs, not all the NBFCs. Okay. There is a proper demarcation behind that, and which is mentioned by the Reserve Bank of India. Yes, guys, that's it from my side for the day. ये एक सेशन था जस्ट कि जनरल अवेयरनेस के क्वेश्चंस कैसे आते हैं. दे आर वेरी इजी बेसिकली. मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस आर करंट अफेयर्स बेस्ड, बट व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस दे विल आस्क, दे आस्क मोस्टली फ्रॉम दिस काइंड ऑफ वेज. इस तरीके से यूजुअली आएंगे. जरूरी नहीं कि हमेशा मल्टी स्टेटमेंट ही आएंगे. अ सिंपल क्वेश्चंस कैन बी आस्क आल्सो, सो कीप दैट इन माइंड.